Hello, rock stars, and welcome to our long arm prep graduation. My name is Holly Ann Knight of String and Story, and it is my job to guide you to quote with confidence. And y'all, this is really exciting because we are having a graduation on not a Saturday. So this is really fun. We're trying out something new of having our graduation during our usual YouTube time. And I am so excited to be here with y'all and celebrate the graduates that we have today. Excuse me just a second, I'm gonna sniff. I'm so sorry. I sneezed right before I hit the go live button. And I don't know if you watched my Instagram stories yesterday where I was talking and trying not to sneeze. And then I did sneeze, but it was a lot like that. It was really terrible. So I'm still a little sniffy. We got this. All right. Let me see who's in the chat. Deborah, Amy, Kaya, Selwyn, Jesse, and Kyle. Welcome. Some of y'all are graduating. We get to celebrate you. Now, I am going to make a confession early on before we actually get going. I'm going to toast in your graduation with coffee because it is 11 a.m. Eastern here. And that's a bit early for the champagne on a Thursday for me, but it will be with just as much vim and vigor because if anything, I actually love coffee more than champagne. Hot take. I know. Those might be fighting words. If my friend Tiffany sees this, she's going to come down the street and have words with me. It's all good. All right. So, rock stars, without further ado, let me cut through my shenanigans and put these slides up and let's celebrate you. So, welcome to our first, I think it's our first long arm prep graduation of 2023. I am so excited to be honoring rock stars who have worked hard to learn how to use that big old quilting machine and have made some special projects to show off their work. Oh my gosh, Kyle says hashtag team coffee. Deborah says I have to go to work, so coffee would be better too. All right. We're going to celebrate our love of coffee as well as our love of long arming this morning. This is the energy I'm here for. All right. So before we celebrate these few rock stars in the specific, let's talk generally about their amazing qualities and what makes them a quilting rock star. These quilting rock stars have demonstrated willingness to do the work to make progress on their quilting skills. Why are you growling, Havana? I don't say anything. We're fine. These rock stars have shown dedication to giving themselves grace when the practice is messy. And I think I see this in a slightly different way inside of long arm prep than inside, especially FMQA. Because there's just a different energy and anxiety sometimes when we're figuring out how to use a long, like it's such a big machine, right? And sometimes that can feel really overwhelming, and watching these rock stars navigate the grace necessary to just kind of face that head on and go, this may not be perfect, but we're just going to start doing the thing. That like leap in the net will appear kind of energy, so amazing. These rock stars demonstrate joy in celebrating accomplishments and milestones along the way, as well as their finished projects. These rock stars have shown a commitment to encouraging others on their journey, and they have delighted in quilting community and camaraderie. So, as with all of our quilting rock star graduations, this is bigger than just these individual rock stars and individual projects, because we're really doing this thing together, and this is about growing as whole people. And yet also we are going to celebrate very specifically these particular rock stars and this amazing work that they've done, right? I think there's a couple of things that really add to our quality of life, right? I think hobbies are really important. So all of us quilting, it's really important. Us having community, right? And I think as adults, we don't have a lot of opportunities to pat each other on the back and to be patted on the back, right? It's just, we're all just kind of doing our thing. We're trying to get through the day. And so taking a pause to really celebrate this accomplishment, I think there's something almost sacred about it, right? So, my dear rock stars, I am so excited to present to you the Long Arm Prep graduating class of winter 2023, a small but mighty cohort and a small but mighty graduating class of these amazing folks. First up, Pat Cielis. Beautiful work, Pat. So, rock stars, if you don't know, the graduating project for long arm preparatory requires you to demonstrate a project of enough size that you have to work back and forth on your long arm a bit. There's a bit rolling back and forth involved. And I want to see block motifs, quilting inside a block-like space, sashing motifs, and border motifs. So working in different areas of your quilt and having to collect all those things together. You have the option of using one of the Quilting Rockstar panels for this, or you can work on a quilt of your own. Pat has chosen a quilt of her own, and Pat, I'm really hoping that this lives in your beach house, or that it lives at your house and reminds you of how much you love the beach, because I think this is just beautiful. Well done, Pat. Congratulations, Rockstar. Next up, we have Deborah Wilson. Deborah, I love your color choices with these Quilting Rockstar panels, and this looks absolutely beautiful. Fantastic work. I love that we get to see your smiling face. Congratulations, Rockstar. Then we have Denise Henderson. Denise also worked on a quilt of her own. I love this little detail shot we get of how she worked those borders at the edge of the quilt. Absolutely beautiful job, Denise. Congratulations, Rockstar. Well done. And last but certainly not least, we have Kaya Dowley. And Kaya, look at you, you sweet overachiever. You did too. I love it so much. Oh, and I have not actually seen the table runner sampler, if you will, done with the lighter sashing. It looks so good. Congratulations, Rockstar. Your work is absolutely stunning. Rockstars, like I said, this is a small but mighty cohort. And so, my dear Rockstars, I toast to you. I toast to your amazing work, to facing whatever feelings you had about that big old quilting machine, and taking the time to develop the skills to be able to finish your own quilts on it. Congratulations on making the most of that, and to many more finished quilts. Huzzah, 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 huzzah. Rockstars, those of you who graduated, I see y'all in the chat. Drop in the chat for me and tell me either like your favorite thing that you learned going through long arm prep, or just your favorite part of long arming. Like what do you love about this skill that you've been growing? I would just absolutely love to hear from you. While you're typing that, we have popped our champagne. We're going to go with coffee today. And I'm just going to invite the rest of you who are here. If you're going, wait a second, I've been wanting to get a long arm, but I've been nervous about how to get started once I get a long arm, or wait a minute, I have a long arm and I'm terrified to use it and I need help getting started. I want to just invite y'all to join our wait list, and you could be graduating like these rock stars in no time at all. Okay. So long arm preparatory, if you're not familiar, is a comprehensive introduction to long arm quilting. Long arm prep will transform you from feeling scared of or overwhelmed by your long arm to confidently loading and quilting your own quilts in just a few weeks. Gail went through the course and she shared, I love the professionalism and teaching style. Never in my wildest dreams had I thought I could do this. This class has made my long arming fun. And Pam says, I'm still a beginner with this new machine, but I've learned so much about confidence and an I can do it attitude. How to have fun, how to lose some of my fear of failure, plus how to make some beautiful motifs on a gorgeous panel. Thank you, Holly Ann, for your enthusiasm, patience, and for teaching this old dog new tricks. On to the next quilting plan. So long arm preparatory includes lifetime access to 4 units of quality video lessons, the supplies you need for your long arm, the parts of your long arm, how to actually quilt something. You see me do, I believe it's 3 different quilting plans inside the course on 3 different panels, plus our course workbook, plus a private Facebook group with live Q&A sessions with me. Plus, we've added the Intro to FMQ mini course for those of you who are also learning just how to quilt for the first time, so that this is really a whole package to set you up for success. Now, as I mentioned, right now we are enrolling for our wait list. So the class is not open yet. It'll be open again soon. But I'm dropping the link in the chat if this is of interest to you. And it is, of course, on the screen as well. It's stringandstory.com/longarm prep. Long arm prep allows you to learn to long arm from the privacy and comfort of your own home, which I think is super important with these big old machines, since you can't just pick it up and take it to class with you. Long arm prep also is ready when you are, regardless of geography or time zone, with on-demand pre-recorded video lessons. And it connects you to other rock stars in training around the world, so you can help and encourage each other. Deanna shares, I loved all the positive encouragement from Holly Ann. Her enthusiasm made the journey so much fun. I was ready to give up and sell my used long arm that I purchased. I came across this course and decided to give it one more try. I'm so glad I signed up. Not only did I decide not to give up, I decided to upgrade to a new machine so I I can't wait to continue my learning journey. And Anne shares, nothing fancy on this table runner, but I'm very pleased to have moved beyond my fear of this big machine. Learning to float the top, solve tension issues, and move around the quilting space have made all the difference. Thank you, Hack, for your patience and cheerleading. So, rock stars, if you're here, you have a long arm, you're thinking about getting a long arm, and you want to be set up for success, go ahead and jump on that wait list at stringandstory.com/long arm prep. Now that I've gone through that, I do want to share these fun things that our graduate shared. So Kaya graduated and shared, I love being able to finish my own quilts. That's one of my favorite things as a teacher is getting to empower y'all and giving y'all skills that make this whole thing more fun. So I love that. Pat says, I love not having to manipulate tons of fabric under the needle. I really enjoy working on the long arm. And, those of you who are familiar with Free Motion Quilting Academy and with all the teaching that I do, y'all know I'm a big fan of get started with the machine that you already have. Begin where you are at. I love teaching people to long arm on what is falling on to how to quilt on their domestic. But there certainly is a time where it is the more logical choice. If you have the space, the financial ability, you make enough quilts to be up on a frame. And Pat, I love that this is successful for you. Deborah says, I love being able to finish my own quilts without having to wait for someone else to get to them. Yes, Deborah. In fact, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 quilts waiting in my queue right now. And I have to be honest, every time someone drops off a quilt with me, I'm like, are you sure you want me to do this? Or do you want me to teach you how to do it? Because it'll be faster for you to learn. And I love getting to long run for other people, but I also know that for a lot of y'all, being able to do this yourself is the secret sauce. And I am here to celebrate that. Y'all know that. Kyle says, I know I didn't technically graduate, but the overall quilting plan taught me that it was okay to scroll back and forth and to add designs. Before, the quilt police had always taught me to go top to bottom. That is so interesting, Kyle, because you're not the first person who has said that. And I don't talk about it super often, but I am hugely self-taught in all things quilting. Lots of trial and error, lots of just observing a thing here, observing a thing there. And this is one of those moments when I'm really thankful because I never had anyone tell me that I couldn't roll back. And I saw like one person do it one time and was like, dope, I'm going to try that. So I have found it to be a game changer for me, and I'm excited that it is for you as well. Rockstars, this was a short and sweet graduation, just a little bit of time together, but I'm so excited for y'all. Go forth and quilt all thy quilts. Don't forget, if you are part of one of the quite a few string and story classes at this point, or you're part of our Quilting Rockstars community, be sure to tag me when you're sharing things on social media, especially if you're posting on Instagram or posting things in your stories. I love to see your work. I love getting the opportunity to share it. Once in a while, you'll see me throw things up in my stories. It just simply says Rockstars doing Rockstar things. And that's just an opportunity to share y'all's incredible work. So tag me as you continue quilting. It's fabulous to get to celebrate all of y'all who graduated today. Congratulations. All of your hard work is paid off. Go forth and happy quilting. I'll see you soon.